Okay, so the manual obviously says that the transmission mount goes on top of the brackets.
Up there.
Holy crap. Up there.
Like
But what some owners have been doing is putting it on the bottom, and it looks like either A, through the powder coat, or B,
it's
just too long.
It's too long to do that.
We're gonna have to grind down a little bit on the mount.
It certainly would be stronger to put it up here.
Yeah.
However, that's not an option because it's just too high. Can't fit a shifter.
After flipping the mount and clearancing the mount and then elongating the bolt holes, everything appears to be lining up. Got maybe half a pinky worth of clearance between this bar and the shifter. So hopefully when everything tightens down, it tightens out square.
Looks like it.
The transmission doesn't line up with the holes that are slotted for it, but if you look down,
It might be off a little still.
yeah,
Like that.
it needs to line up with the rear end. Granted, there's a little bit of play left in the rear end, but
Not a lot.
all of that's going to be in this bar, so you can see there's not a lot remaining. So the reason we were having left to right issues is this distance here is 3 3/4. This is about 5, so we were offset in the wrong direction, so it should install like this. However, the problem is, obviously, as we're not running it as intended, this lip ends up coming up in the back, and then this lip right here, as it's raised now to fit in the right direction, ends up interfering with the transmission mount. So in order to mount this on the car with the transmission mount, we're going to have to take this entire ledge off because it's a pretty wide piece, which is really unfortunate. Yeah, for now we just got to test it.
Yeah, it'll work.
Oh yeah, that might be what's confusing people. That's why they
Looks pretty darn straight to me.
That it does. This plate's built by Motion Raceworks, and it is amazing. So essentially you can pull these bolts out, and then they even have a place for you to thread it right in so you don't lose them. Time to test out the intake manifold.
Eventually we pitted to see how we would done. No surprises here. Aston was
To shave that one.
no, but obviously
Take the back of this guy down a little bit. Just take a whole lot out of that section right there. See what happens. If that doesn't work, then this fitting's a no.
Can't go any deeper with the fitting, can you?
I can go some, but not a lot. Let's take some more off then.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
So what happens? You thread this into here.
Yep, you thread that into there, and then,
Protrudes out the bottom a little. If we want to get it as low as we can, which we need it low.
yep.
And then it hits here. Well, there's two options. Keep shaving this off, or thread it as low as we can, and shave it off the bottom.
That is really close still, but
Well, we're not totally right. No, look on this side. It'll clear once we get everything tightened down
just barely.
in the right spot. Get it painted.
That's awesome. So now you're putting in dynamat.
Dynamat and then Dynaliner on top of that. So the mat will be sound, a little bit of heat, vibration, and the liner, this thick stuff here, is for heat primarily. A little bit of sound, mostly heat.
So what's the process that you're doing to put this dynamat stuff in?
Great question. So the Dynamat comes in large sheets. We have it in 3x8 sheets. This is a cut piece, and so it's flexible and malleable. So what we're doing is cutting out on poster board some panels. For instance, this one is down there. Trace it out onto the Dynamat, And then after you lay it on, it's pretty sticky on the backside, then you just roll it flat. So you roll it all flat like that. And then there's tape here that makes all the seams nice and smooth. Now on top of that is the Dyna liner, which is really a foam, kind of easier to work with piece. And then we follow the same process. We put out the panels, we adhere it inside. And then this we're just going to put in the footwells in places that are particularly hot. You don't have to roll this. It's
Just sticks. I do this too.
Sounds like an 80s dance movie.
Christian Yelich. He's watching MLB Network.
MLB is going to come after me now
They might.
because the audio's on here.
Yeah, they probably will.
They said Christian Yelich. Clean.
talk about a part of the car no human can ever see once the dashboard is.
Yeah, but
We know it's done right.
we know it's done right.
When there's a dash down to here.
Yep. It still looks cool. So you gonna get these to powder soon?
I'd like to get these off on Monday. Something like that'll look nice.
Yeah. What is it? Full forward, or is it not connected?
It's
You
not
haven't connected.
It'll,
Yeah.
it'll go forward, but
Yeah, it'll probably come out
clears.
there.
Yeah, I mean it's a T56, so it doesn't move much.
Yep. Sound test. Quite a difference.
Much less rattle.
Get rid of that tin rattle noise. I like that. And it made this panel significantly more rigid.
Just much more sturdy and significant. But the idea is that this covers your gauges. We're not going to have any gauges. And we also can't run the digital dash in this area because we need this available for the steering wheel. But if we were to run this hood, which could look cool, then that impacts how far over you can scoot the dash.
Yep.
So I'm thinking, no on this. We just go ahead and put this filler piece on, make it removable so you can always service in here, and put the dash over there. Put the dash dead center, right over the console. That way the speedo and everything's easy for me to see, easy to get to for tuning.
See why we can't do like a heads up thing? That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I wonder if we could wire in like a, just take one out of a Corvette or something.
Yeah, this is, if you look here, this actually would be cool. So just use this flat panel because then we'd be able to access everything behind here.
Yep.
If we need to change wires or, get to anything.
I wonder how difficult that would be.
To do a heads up.
Yeah. I don't know if any aftermarket company makes a heads up display. Yeah, and then you'll just run the water line back along that. Yep.
Trying to save you time. That battery doesn't sound too strong, does it?
No, it's not a sound stronging battery. Strong sounding.
Stronging sounding?
Stronging sounding.
A little bit of cleanup.
Right? So now we got a bulkhead
We can change the
and the catch can, so everything lined up quite nicely. Except for that.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Looks pretty solid. And I think that's where we're going to wrap it up. So, obviously got all that. And all the dynamat, and of course we got all this wiring to figure out.